Hey friends, happy Monday. How are you today? Kathleen Vicenzotti here, Vice President of Sales with Magnolia. I'm just going to do a sound check and just share the joy today. Let's see. How are you? Who's with me? All right, I think you can hear me. Yep. Hey, Sue. Hey, Christine. Hey, Cindy. Hello, hello. I am going to sprinkle the love. So thanks for joining me this Monday night, huh? A little surprise, pop in live. How do you spell Rudolph? Rudolph. There we go. So fun. I'm just sprinkling love. Welcome, welcome. Come on in. We're going to have some fun. You're probably like, what is she doing here today? And do you guys see the Halloween on the Halloween sign? Okay. You're probably like, okay, why does she have a Halloween sign? Hey, hey. Hey, Patsy Ray. Hey, hey. Hey, Cindy. Hello, everybody. Hello. I'm going to just try to put my phone up here so that I can respond to you guys. It's sometimes hard to see when you're so far away. I don't know about you, but I have like my iPad on. So thanks for the love. I'm seeing some love coming through, so I appreciate that. I always appreciate a little heart and thumbs up. Hey, Jamie. Go ahead and sprinkle this. And let some friends know. We are going to actually, even though we have Halloween here, right? This is a sign. Do you guys remember me making this? Who was on when I made this? We did the Harvest Moon and I did the Halloween sign. So you can see it's a little bit shiny because I actually sprayed it with lacquer afterwards to keep it permanent because I'm going to keep this for Halloween. But when I was on and I made it, I said, you know, one of the versatile things about working with DIY crafts is that you can have them carry you through the seasons, right? And, you know, I've shared before, I live in Southern California, so space is sometimes an option. And, you know, storing things isn't as easy. And again, I'm always like, okay, where do I put it? And this is going to be something that I made a bow that was reusable, so you can just take the bow off, right? And what I did is I said, we might as well capitalize on the real estate here. So I painted the backside green. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this side, you know, Halloween's over. We're getting ready for Christmas. So really, you can make it a Thanksgiving if you wanted to go like from Halloween into Thanksgiving. But I'm going to just skip over Thanksgiving and go right to Christmas. And then we're going to be able to add like a little embellishment on it for Christmas, right? And it's the same piece, but just two different seasons, right? Have any of you done that with any of your projects at home? Or if you have a nice surface that you like, if it's possible, just flip over the back and let's just mix it up. So what I did today is I painted it green, just using some green paints. Hello, hey Heidi. Hey, hey. All right, hey, Crafty Creations by Ann. Beth Carter's watching. Hey, Tina. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this cutting board and we're going to celebrate Rudolph. So is Rudolph your favorite reindeer, or do you have a different one? I don't know. I think because growing up, we used to watch all the Christmas movies, and we always used to love, I used to love personally, the animated Rudolph and Snowman, you know, with Clarissa. She likes me, right? How many people can, like, quote things from Rudolph? Can anybody else quote, you know, and then you had Harvey the dentist. I think he was in the same Rudolph one, unless, I know there were a couple of versions out there, but like, as I go through the playback in my mind, like I remember, you know, the Abominable Snowman and the Misfit Island of Misfit Toys. Like, how many of us can relate to some of the struggles that poor Rudolph did, you know? You know, he got picked on for different things, but he found his tribe of friends who felt misfits too, and then they became this force for good that saved Christmas, right? So I thought it'd be fun to celebrate all the reindeers that were involved. So I'm going to use our reindeer name stencil here. And I'm going to also use, one of my favorites, the Christmas stencil. How many of you guys have this? So this is actually labeled a Christmas stencil. And I just love, there are so many little elements on here that, you know, when you're using this, say you just wanted to use the trees, you could just really go in and cover up all the trees. Or maybe you wanted to use all the ornaments. You can use this pattern with just ornaments, right? So I'm going to actually do it with all of it. We're going to use all of it on here. So we're going to have some fun converting my cutting board, my green cutting board. And I'm going to start by just fuzzing my stencil on the back. And hello, fun to have you guys here. Hey, hey, hey. Who else is with me here? I'm like, I can't see on that screen. Hey, thank you, Jen. She's crafty for sprinkling the chalk love. Hey, Karen Hart. Yep, love the trees, right? So how many of you like have actually used this stencil and just used one component? Because there's so many fun things on here. Like there's presents, there's ornaments, and really if you just wanted to chalk all the ornaments, you could skip the trees. Or depending on how busy you wanted your background, you could do it. So the cool thing about this is that we can use it over and over again. And I got a label on the back. So I'm going to do Christmas pattern. So when I know on the back, when I'm done with it, it's going to go on here. Because remember, these stencils are reusable. And this is actually, I think, from last year that I had this, that I pulled it out for this project. And I want to thank you for hanging with me on Monday. Normally, I'm not here on Monday. How many of you are feeling like the daylight savings change? Like, is it like super dark where you are normally? No fun. Daylight savings. I do not like daylight savings. It gets too dark too fast, right? It's like time for bed. How many people like think it's later than it really is? Can you guys relate? Anybody besides me just feeling, with daylight savings? I mean, you did get an extra hour of sleep yesterday, right? I know, right? Cottonwood Cottage is saying she got up an hour early. I did the same thing. Like, I felt like I was late. So actually, we just savored in the extra little time. And it's been a little chilly here, actually, in Southern California. So I actually enjoyed being able to just stay snuggled under the covers for a little bit. Yeah, 7 on the East Coast, and it feels like 10:30, right? You only lost an hour, but it feels like it's hours. So how funny, definitely, right? You guys can all agree. Karma hates it too, right? I don't think anybody's a fan. I don't know. How do we correct that situation? I do like it though when we go the other way, back again. So anyhow, thanks for stopping by with me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my stencil and I'm just going to cover it right over my board. And I'm just going to line up just kind of where you want the ends to crease. Because like, if you can see, it's bigger than my design. So I just want to just kind of have a nice breaking point of, and it seems like this side is going to have more of, you can actually put it on a bias, right? So that it's not straight up and down. The trees are kind of angled different things. So I'm going to actually move it here. And you don't have to line it up. I'm going to move it a little bit on a bias so that we have pretty much full coverage here. And then because this stencil has tons of little detail in it, has lots of little snowflake holes and little not pinholes, because I don't want it to sound like it's defective, but it has strategically designed little dots, right? And whenever you have detail in that, I always like to make sure that I have it adhered well to my surface. And because this is a big surface, I'm going to pull my larger squeegee out. And you know what I realized? I don't have the big like spatula type squeegee. But what I'm going to do is just go across it and smooth it out with just an unchalked squeegee, just to smooth it in and make sure that all the stickiness is on our surface, right? And we're going to do some chalk with it today. And I picked the green. You know what did I have? I had like a green and white ribbon somewhere that I really liked, that I thought would be pretty with it. I wonder where that ribbon is. Oh yeah. I have this ribbon, right? This green and white ribbon. I didn't get my ribbon out yet, but I thought it would be pretty with the green. For my holiday colors, like what are your holiday colors? Like some people are like red and gold or gold and white. Mine are, I have really like bright colors like the bright green, the red, and the white. Like I like the candy cane type Christmas look. Some of you are more Victorian Christmas. I'd love to know. Comment, share with me. You know, when you think of Rudolph, right? Is your Rudolph like a cartoony Rudolph, or is he like a reindeer, true Rudolph? I would love to know what you guys, how you guys decorate, right? All the colors, Tina says, right? All the colors, right? Where are some of my friends from New York? I shared this to my wall, my personal wall. It's really weird. I think Facebook is interesting how sometimes they show your friends your stuff and other times they're like, nah, we'll just not share it with your friends today. We'll just let them miss out on a fun time, right? I don't know. It bothers me. I'm like, come on, Facebook. Oh, Leslie likes buffalo plaid with red and green. I also love buffalo plaid too. That's a fun one too. So, okay, so now that we have our stencil on here, oh, many of you have different rooms. Oh, that's always fun too. Different parts of the house can be different things. Ooh, silver and purple. That sounds fun. Rustic reds and plaids, white and silver. Oh, how fun. Bright and sparkly for Christmas. That's a good idea. Because like my bedroom is like golds. Like I have like tans and then gold accents. So like in my bedroom, we have a little sitting area and a fireplace in my bedroom. So I could actually decorate my bedroom. And I can do golds for there, but the rest of it's really bright reds and greens. So, okay, so I have some squeegees here. Let me just, I added a little water to my chalk before I started. I hope I didn't add too much. Oh, no, it's good. I'm just stirring it up. I don't know. I just, as a habit, when I opened it, I just spritzed some water in there without even looking at it. And it's kind of a little runny, but we'll just go with it, see what happens. I'll just put it on here in different areas. So what I'm just doing is just putting some of the white on here so that I could just start dragging it across. Because with the big surface, I have to cover a lot, right? Anybody do big surfaces? I don't do big surfaces a lot. So any tips that you guys have for me as I'm doing this would be great. I think one tip is just doing what I'm doing, just putting some chalk paste around it. Do you guys have any tips for me on using a big surface like this? I probably should get the bigger squeegee too. We have like a handled squeegee that can drag it. Since we're all doing the same color, I'm just going right down. It's going to look so great. I could tell already. I'm going to love it. And one of the things I've learned too is that when I chalk and I try to go fast, I have to be careful to get all the excess off. Do you guys do that? Because sometimes I get lines, I find, from where I didn't get all the excess off. So I'm open to your experting chalking tips because, you know, I want to say I'm not like brand new at it, but I really... I'm just kind of learning with you guys as I go through and make these fun projects, especially using some big stencils like this before. Any tips for you guys, from you guys? Let's see. Oh, clean it with a large, spreading the love. Clean it with a large white cutting board. I don't know what you were saying. Oh, I'll have to read and see what the response was to. Gosh. Spread in some of the paste around here. And of course I want to just get it all on here before it dries. Right? And we did some t-shirts, inks. The other thing I have a problem with is sometimes I don't see my eyes. If you don't have good light, sometimes it's easy to miss spots. Have you guys ever done that? Like, miss spots. So at least with the... what do you call this thing? The ring light. At least it gives me some good light because it's actually starting to get a little bit dark outside. All right, almost a little more to go up top. Oh, want to make sure we get this whole edge because I almost missed the whole edge. So what do you guys think? You think it's pretty good? I think I got most of the excess off. But I noticed when I did my the Halloween one on the other side, there were definitely some streakiness of lines that I didn't get very well. Okay, so now is the fun part. We're going to peel and reveal. Oh my goodness. Oops, and I did miss a little bit down here. So because it's a repeating pattern, you could go back in and touch it up. But oh my goodness, I love how this is going to pop. Yay! Can you see it? Ah! I'm going to just flip it around here for a minute. And I'm going to just put some, see, look at how cute. I'm going to put some, I'm going to just do some of the handle here that I didn't get earlier. So I'm just going to take the handle and line up a tree. I don't want to smear it, so I'm just going to do this. Line it up here. And this you could come back and do after if you didn't want to risk. Oh, there's a Christmas tree top. I got to do the top of that head. All right, I'm going to come back and do this part, I think, later. Because I think I want to be able to line it up here to finish this and fix this. But maybe it'll be dry by the time we get done, and we could use the other edge of our stencil to get that done. The part we didn't have some chalk on. But, like, I think it actually came cute. So, like, you don't even have to go past this handle if you didn't want to, right? Because we're going to put our ribbon right up here, right? So, yay! So, how many of you would just leave it like this and put some bows on it? Anybody? I think you could really just leave it. And I love the way the green and the white just pops. And if you were, if you wanted to use some different colors, you could do that. So, all right, I'm going to wait for this to dry a little bit. So I actually have a little tool here that can speed the process up. How many of you guys use a little tool because you're like me and you can't be patient and wait for things to dry? So I'm just going to turn this on. So how many of you, without looking, can name all of the reindeers? You would leave it with the bow, right? Oh, yeah, you could wrap. Oh, that's such a great idea. You can wrap the cutting board with jute. And here I'm just going over here, just drawing this. That's a fun idea. I just can't get over how crisp this came out. Like, it really, the detail. I'm going to pick it up and show you guys the detail so that you can see how much detail is in the snowflakes and how much detail is in this. And I love that there's so many different elements in here. So it's pretty dry. So look at, I just want to show you guys the detail. Can you guys see the detail? I mean, look at the detail in here. If you look at the snowflakes and the ornaments and the tree, like that stencil is amazing. I just love how crisp it came out. All the little dots, you know, came out really, really pretty, don't you think? And so I just love it, how it came out. So what we're going to do next is try not to, I just want to make sure, because see, what I'm going to do is layer this on top of it. So I'm going to layer the reindeers on top of it. So as I get ready to layer these on top of it, what do you think I should do? What colors do you think I should do? I think I should do black or glittering black. So I have black, basic black. And I have glittering black, which is almost like a shimmery, but it looks a little bit gray. So I'm wondering I think I need to do the black on top of it. But then again, I'm like, I don't know. Do you think the black would clash with the white and green? Part of me is like just loving the design so much. I just want to keep the design. Right? I just want to keep the design. I don't know. Ooh, red. Oh gosh, you guys. So I'm going to do red for Rudolph's nose and Rudolph in red. So I was going to do all the other reindeers in black, I think. The reindeer names. Right? What do you guys think? You guys are giving me your opinion, right? Red? All right. My producers back at Magnolia Design say red. I think I'm going to do them in black, actually. I think. And then actually I was going to do Rudolph. I was debating like Rudolph's, we have this glittering copper and then we have the brown. And maybe what I'll do is his antlers and a little bit of both. Maybe I'll do like a layer of chocolate brown first or the brown first. And then I'll go on and put some of the copper on it just to make it look a little bit sparkly and dimensional. Shimmer black. So Karma says shimmer black. I don't know. What else do you guys think? Brown is actually the color of deer, right? And actually this is chocolate brown I have. Red, shimmer red, watching, black, red. Everybody has their opinion. So you know what's so fun? Is that when you do your project, you get to do it whatever color you want. And I hope that when you do make it, you share with us what colors you picked or how your spin. We love to always see your creative spin on this. So this is really fun. If you have somebody who you want to make a fun Christmas gift for, these would also be really cute as a dish towel or tea towel. Friday, I'm going to talk about some fun holiday gift ideas and crafts that you can make because, you know, there's so many fun things you can make as gifts. And I really think that this would make a really fun dish towel, right? Like, it would be so fun just to have in your kitchen. You can make it a dish towel or a tea towel. So I think we're pretty good here. Hopefully it won't peel up on me. But I'm going to just center the reindeers in the middle. And let's just see how it goes. I just hate covering it up. But that was the plan. Do I stick to the plan or do I just do this on something else? Okay, so Kathleen, you're asking a good question. Would you guys wax in between? Question. I'm just going right on. I'm going for it right on here. And then, unfortunately, the glitter white, we are not going to be coming out with a glitter white, which I know is sad. So we're not going to be having the glitter white. It just didn't make it in from our manufacturer. So here I'm going to just go on and I'm going to press down my stencil on top of this, just going right over what we just did. And hopefully I let it dry enough so that I'm not picking up the paint from the chalk I just put on. So I'm just going to really just go in and just run my finger across the words just to make sure that the words are down. And I'm really not going outside of the words because I don't want to risk lifting up any of the paint I did. So I'm rushing through this because for the purpose of the live, I want you to be able to experience the project when it's done. But at home, you could let it dry a little bit longer, or like some of the creators have shared, you can put wax in between or spray it in between so that if you made a mistake, a lot of times if there's a coat in between, you could wipe it off. And then other times, you know, you could just go with it. So hello, thanks for watching. So I'm going to use black. I just really want the dark black to go over my words. So we're going to just get the black paste. I'm going to load up my thing, and I'm just going to come right over it. Doing all in black. So I'm doing all Rudolph's friends' names. They became his friends, but they weren't his friends at first because they were calling him funny names and picking on him. Not nice. So, but what was your favorite, like when you were younger, or maybe you're still younger and watching, what is your favorite Christmas movie or Christmas show, I guess? Because I think these little 30-minute things were not really like a movie per se. But would love to know what you guys are sharing. I can't see the comments, so I'll go back and look at the comments. Did you ever notice, too, out of everybody, I am the only one who can't talk and talk at the same time? If, like, I'm doing something, I'm usually quiet because I have to focus. So, now this is actually the first time I've ever layered a stencil on top of a layer. So, okay. So many of you say, oh my goodness, I do it all the time. But this is the first time for me that I've ever done that. So I'm going to just, what I'm going to do is just pull off the top. Just because I don't want it to, oh my gosh, it came out so cute. I don't want it to stick. And it didn't stick. So good. And it pulled right up. And now I'm going to take the brown and I am going to do Rudolph's antlers. And we'll see how this goes. I might go back and maybe what I'm going to do is just take some of the shimmer. I could actually do some of the shimmer over the black. Again, like you could do a second layer if you wanted to. So what I'm going to do is open up the copper. Oops. Look at how beautiful this copper is. So I'm going to mix, I'm going to have the copper and the brown for Rudolph. And I'm going to put the copper on first. Okay. And then I'm going to go in and get some glittery copper just to kind of, I don't know, just add some dimension to it. What do you guys think? Okay. So I'm going to take this and kind of spread it around. Glittering copper and some of the brown. See how his antlers come up? I don't know how it's going to come out. And you know what? If we don't like the way it comes out, what do we do? What can we do? We could just go over it again. If we don't like the dimensional. I don't know if I'm going to like the way it looks. It might have been too light. I need to get something to get this all off. Because I have too much chalk. Do you guys ever do that? Put too much chalk on it? Your favorite movie is It's a Wonderful Life. We were talking about this the other day. I think I mentioned I have never seen It's a Wonderful Life in its entirety. Kind of sad. All right, so Rudolph. I am going to do, should I do all Rudolph in red? Or I'm going to actually do the Rudolph part in black, but his nose in red. I think. I don't want to get any black on his nose or in his antlers. Okie doke. Now I'm going to do the glittering red for his nose. And then I actually have some glitter ready to dump on his nose because I wanted to make it extra glittery. So we'll see how that works out. I'm not sure how that's going to work out, but just because the glitter. So there we go. So what we're going to do is we're going to peel it off, and I am going to put some glitter on his nose. There. I love it. I can't wait for you guys to see it. So let me just grab. What do you guys think? Can you see it? It's hard to see with the patterns coming up, but I actually love it. I'm going to go back over it, I think, with another coat of black. I don't know. It's hard to see. I don't know. What do you guys think? Is it too hard to see? Probably because the bright white in the back. I think it looks cute with Rudolph. You can see his sparkle. You can pretty much read it. Maybe what I'll do is go in and add some, like layer it on top and do a second layer of silver. I really like the pattern underneath it. And I know a lot of you said I should have just left the pattern, but look at how cute. You know, we're going to add a little bow, a little festive bow. And so now we have Rudolph and all the reindeers on here. And I just think it's, right? Lisa says it's too busy with the reindeers. Maybe the pattern was too much. But you know what? You never learn unless you try. So I'm going to go back and see what I can do with this to brighten up the words so that they pop a little bit better over the white. So look at you guys. So I will post what the finished product looks like afterwards. So come back to our page and check it out. But I just want to thank you guys for just joining me on this Monday as we had some fun with the Rudolph and all his friends. And whether you like the pattern, whether you like the reindeer one, whether you like them together or both, you know what? It's all up to you. You can create whatever you want just to have some fun seasonal decorations. And look at, we went from one to the other just by flipping it. So have a great night, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by. And I'll see you Friday live at 5. I think Lisa or Crystal's going to be here Wednesday. Win it Wednesday. You can win some fun things. So have a great week. And thanks for coming by.